Hi everyone and welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron and today I am taking a look at a box set that I'm super excited that I finally get to open up. We're going to move these guys out of the way, the Transformers Prime 10-year anniversary double pack, which includes a copy of War Breakdown, Arms Micron War Breakdown, and then the Arms Micron Flying Jet Vehicon. And just to calibrate everyone, in the box, here is the War Breakdown that actually comes in the box. I already have my own War Breakdown from 10 years ago, basically. So I figured I just won't mess with this one, and I know it's going to be a giveaway. And then I'll just do the review on the copy I have. So this one will be nice and new for everyone. In addition to War Breakdown, we've got Arms Microns back here. And it really looks like, I mean, they just did everything that came in the individual Arms Micron packages just in the box set, which is kind of neat. Here we've got War Breakdown's instructions, his stickers, which I can show off, and then his Arms Micron's build sprues, which are pretty neat. And then we've got one for the IGU, which is the Ace Vehicon, Seeker Vehicon flying jet car thing, as well as their stickers. I was a little torn on this. My intention about buying the box set was, one, I wanted to support Transformers Prime. Two, I never got to check out the aerial Vehicon mold. I know it's an extensive remold of the RID Vehicon mold, which is awesome, so I really want to check it out. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll give away my spare breakdown, and then I'll keep this guy. What I've ended up deciding, as you can see by me not stickering him up, is I am not as impressed by this guy as I thought I would be. I think it's neat and it's awesome that we got this character, this design from the show, and I know this is the first time, I think in the US, that either of these toys are available, which is awesome, and I want to support that. But I'll go through the review and talk about why I'm going to end up doing a giveaway for both of them. So let's start out with War Breakdown, just because he's the figure I already own, and he's pretty neat. He does come with his little Arms Micron, so it can turn into a hammer similar to his hammer from the show. And then it is, in its robot mode, a teeny tiny little, there we go. I'm going to move. There we go. So here we've got a cute little rhino boy, IGU, which I think is pretty adorable. And again, with the stickers, you know, I think it adds just the right bit of color to just a little basic model kit. And if you guys don't know, in Japan, when Transformers Prime came out, Japan at the time, Takara was always trying to do a little gimmick with their toys. So the gimmick with the Prime line was essentially Arms Microns, which were just a little sprue kit that you could build just a little model for yourself in addition to your Transformer. But then looking at Breakdown, I mean, Breakdown looks awesome. This, at the time, was unavailable in the States because it was this weird price point, I think just above a Voyager, maybe. Comparing him to a regular deluxe car, here's the RID Vehicon. He's big and imposing. I love his design from the show, and they really captured it here. This giant-ass front of the truck, these tiny little windshields. I mean, it's a very much this armored truck carrier. His stickers, you can see kind of they add a little bit of color here and there. He does have this unfortunate thing where his feet just kind of stick out the bottom, but I don't think it's that egregious, and it really doesn't affect his ability to roll, and I think he looks really cool. So, for Transformation on Breakdown, it's also another one that I really like. We come in here in the center, and we're going to separate out, actually we come in on the back first. The order really should be the back. We're going to come in and pop off, essentially the back of the truck, and that'll let us dislocate the two side pieces which form his legs. We come in and we extend these pieces down. We can extend our feet down as well. Get things out of the way. Rotate this side piece up, extend that foot down, and then now that we've got these legs legs extended, we can close up this hinge here, which will create this nice solid leg piece, which I think is a clever bit of transformation. That wrap around, I remember when I first saw it 10 years ago, I thought that was very, very neat. We are going to extend our camera up a little bit. Now that we have this piece transformed, we're going to rotate him 180. We're going to come in on the top and on the sides here. This fender has 2 clips on the sides here, as well as up here, and the top here. That now that we've taken the sides out, we can pull out this arm assembly. We get it rotated 90 degrees on both sides, like so. Extend things out fully, and now we can come in and we can separate out his shoulders. And it's on a double hinge back here that we can just pull out and get nice and out of the way. We can rotate his hands. They spin 180 to form actual hands. And we can come in up top, open up his chest, and collapse things down. And we get a lock. All right. Now that we have things out of the way, we can fold in his grill, and now his chest locks in place. And yeah, I mean, again, this looks like Breakdown from Transformers Prime. We can fold up this backpack. They did an awesome job of giving us a Voyager scale accurate Breakdown representation. He's got good articulation in the head. I love that head sculpt. God, I miss those Prime head designs. I think it just looked really awesome. It's still one of my favorite aesthetics. Good 360. We got some in and out butterfly jointage. We can go out so far before the shoulder assembly starts getting in its own way. We do have bicep swivel as well as a 90-degree bend. No wrist articulation just due to the way the wrist actually transforms. We do have a waist. He can do the splits for a big guy. His legs are a little less articulated just because of the way he transformed in that leg piece, that back of the calf wrapped around. And then we do have toe wiggle, but no ankle tilt, which, you know, for a 10-year-old toy, I think is still very impressive. I'd be curious to see what he'd look like if he got a redo in the Siege line, or the, not Siege, but Generations line these days. He can also hold his hammer. And if we don't want to hold his hammer traditionally, we can do what he does on the show, which is just the hammer kind of pops out of his wrist by flipping things around, and I think that is very neat. So he is here, and he is able to brawl with the Autobots. And I think it's really, really awesome that everyone's got a chance to buy Breakdown now in the States, when before, I remember when I first picked him up, he was like $70 or $60 back in 2012 to import him from Japan. And it's really awesome that we got him now. And again, we get more stickers. We've got them on the shins, on the knee pads, down here, you know. So it just adds a little bit of color, because at the time, Japan was all about essentially like making Transformers model kits to try and compete with Gundam. And yeah, Breakdown is by himself, I think, a reason to pick up this package. But now we are going to talk about the aerial Vehicon. And again, these guys were introduced, I think, in the second half of the first season of the show, where you had the standard Vehicons that were, you know, cars, and then they essentially took that car and put some wings on it, which in the show, I thought was a little dumb, but cute. And in toy format, I was always curious to see how much changed between the two remolds, and I'm really glad I have him in hand. Now, obviously, he does have stickers that can be put on him that'll add color. There's like purple accents and things like that, and then he comes with his own Arms Micron. His Arms Micron will essentially turn into this gun, which I think is neat. They just took the standard weapon and made it an Arms Micron. But I'm not going to build that, because if I'm giving it away, I want to let whoever has it get to enjoy the actual build. Instead, let's talk about this transformation and the remolding. So now that I have him in hand, I think that it is very cool what they did. We can see how the windshield and back is essentially the same molding. It's a remolded rear fender. It's a remolded, did I not? It's on the back end. Like, that's new. The spoiler's new. Here we can see it's essentially the same robot shell. They've just added a new shell to it. The sides are new and everything, and the front is also new, which I guess I never really noticed in pictures, but now that I have it in hand, it makes sense. It gets strong Batmobile vibes, like Batjet vibes, just like the original car has very strong Batmobile vibes. But what I will say is the extra bits to make it work just don't add anything new for my personal taste, and that's why I don't feel the strong need to have this guy in my collection. To transform him, first thing we do is we're going to split the wings off the sides of the car, and then we can come in, get these out of the way. We can come in, and his robot arm is a car side panel. We can separate it out from the car body. There is a peg back here, and there is a peg back here. We can separate it out on both sides. There we go. Now that we have those separated, the legs are the impressive part, and they kept it the same from the RID mold, which I think was the right choice. This is always the coolest bit of Vehicon Transformation. You essentially open up the top of the car, and you can see how much of it opens up, and then you just accordion everything in. You accordion everything in, you can split it like so. There we go. And then the shins form on top of that, and there's a slot right here that a piece tabs into on both sides, and that creates your Vehicon legs. So like, so much of that car is just gone in those legs now, and it's just as impressive in 2020 as it was in 2010. Really, really cool. We can spin these pieces around, and this is another piece that it just feels less clean in general. We can swivel out his wrists, we can disconnect his side panel from his shoulder panel, and that pops out into his arm. Same thing here. Separate that out, pull back on his, I guess the back fender of the car, and pull down on his head. Oop, there we go. And then the last thing we can do that's different from the car Vehicon mold is we will flip these wings up. We gotta kind of wiggle them around his arms. And that gives him his cool Vehicon wings. And again, as a robot mode, I think it's pretty neat. It just, the thing for me is it just adds extra bits. I'll do the transformation for this guy off screen and show you what I mean. All right, so comparing the two, we can just see where there's just a little extra kibble as a result of turning a car into a jet. The shoulders are a little bigger. The back piece doesn't sit as far low. The wings are cool. Like, that's part of the intended silhouette. These side panels stick out more. I like how clean. Like, we went from a really cool looking car, and we can, if you want to see what it looks like with the weapon. His Arms Micron is essentially just a bigger version of that. We went from a really cool looking car into a really sleek looking robot. And this took that idea and made it just a little bit worse in every way. And I still really love that they made this into a toy, and I respect what they're doing here. I just don't have a personal need for it on my collection. I've got a little army of car guys. I'll just keep them. I don't need these guys as seekers. I've got my own seekers. And that's why I'm doing the giveaway. I think if you want to pick up the set yourself, it's an easy recommendation. I think War Breakdown is worth it by himself. That's just like, yeah, pick up War Breakdown. He's awesome. You also get this really cool bit of Transformers history when Prime was doing this neat thing with the Vehicons, and you get the 2 Arms Micron kits. So it's just a lot of value in that package. A very easy recommendation, but if you don't want to pick it up yourself, again, I am giving away my set. So this guy's going to go back in the box. That's my War Breakdown. This guy's going to go back in the box. You guys will get a chance now, if you choose. You can comment in the video and say, hey, I would like to enter the giveaway. I got these guys wrapped up for you right here. And next week, I will announce the winner of this giveaway and say, okay, Out of the people who entered, I'll draw a random name, and then that person has a week to reach out to me and get me their shipping information, and I'll ship the box set out your way. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thanks for watching. And I guess, the other thing, if you guys are interested in the Transformers TCG, the Vehicon is holding an online event next Saturday, and I'll be live streaming that and helping run it. So if you guys wanted to play, we can play Transformers TCG online, which I'm looking forward to. But that's it, and now we'll go to the winner of my last giveaway. All right, it is time for us to find the winner of the Transformers Netflix War for Cybertron Trilogy spoiler box Nemesis Prime. So per my normal giveaway rules, here is everyone who requested to be part of the giveaway. All you have to do is leave a comment in the relevant video. And I have, put a heart next to the people that did want to be part of the giveaway. That way, if you just want to leave a comment, you don't have to worry about being entered to win a toy you don't want to win. So we had 35 entries, and we are going to pick our winner. Oop. Ran between 1 and 35. All right, our winner is Transformers Fan 4444 Transformers. Transformers Fan, I know you've entered our giveaway a couple times, so let me find you in here. Transformers Fan 4444 Transformers. Quite the long name, but you did win Nemesis Prime. So all you have to do to claim him, you are in here, right? There we go. Okay. Transformers Fan 444 Transformers. You won Nemesis Prime. So all you have to do to claim him is reach out to me on social media. You can do Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Discord. On our YouTube About page are all the different ways you could reach out. Some private way to get me your address so I can ship Nemesis Prime your way. Congratulations. Thanks everyone for entering, and I'll catch you all next week. Have a great day, everyone.